Okay, so today I'm going to go over how to find the slope using the slope formula if you were given a table. Again, it's the slope or the growth rate. So here on the left of this table, our x values are really time in hours. And then on the right, our y values are the number of fish. So what this table is really telling you is that at the very beginning, at 0 hours, you started off with 300 fish. After 2 hours, you ended up with 270. After 4 hours, now you have 240. And after 6, 210. After 8, 180. And after 10, 150. Now, we were looking at the growth rate, so I could tell you that it's decreasing. And if you look at this, it's going to be decreasing by 30. Okay? While it's increasing by 2. And we're going to check this, but the way we're going to do it is we're going to select 2 points, and a point is an ordered pair. So like for example, if I select 4 and 240, this would be my first point. Call it point number 1. And then let's say I want point number 2 to be this one. Point 2. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite those 2 points on the side. And then I'm going to label them. Since this is my first point, the first point has the first x coordinate, so I'm going to call this x1. This has the first y coordinate, so I'm going to call that y1. This point here, I can use a different color, is my second point. So we'll have the second coordinate for x and the second coordinate for y. So what's going to happen is you're going to then replace these values. So I'm going to rewrite this formula, but now after rewriting it, I'm going to replace the y2 and the y1, the x2 and the x1. How do I know which numbers to use to replace? That's going to be from my points that I selected. So here's my m. Okay. So looking at this, I want my y2, so my y2 is 180, so I'm going to put 180 minus, what is my y1? My y1 is 240 all over x2, so I go and find x2. x2 is 8 minus, that's the formula, it tells you to subtract the x1 coordinate, so x1 is 4, so I'm going to put a 4 here. And then I just simplify, so 180 minus 240 is going to be 40 over 4. Actually, I think it's not 40. It's negative 60. Be careful. Again, I have 180 positive, but I'm subtracting more than what I have, so it should be negative. If I reduce this, 4 goes into 60 15 times, and it goes in here once, so this reduces to be negative 15 over 1. And if you look at this, our original growth rate was a negative 30 over 2. The y is my rise, the change in the y. So this is really my change in my y. This is my change in my x. So therefore, change in y over change in x was just negative 30 over 2, which is still negative 15 over 1. I get the same thing.